Last round of season 4, the Mexican Grand Prix. A bit of a weird season ender, but here we are for the last official practice of the season, and I think it will be a good practice. I'm here with Steve. He's going to explain some things for next season, so for a bit of clearance to all of you guys who are watching. Yes, Steve, what do you want to tell us about the next season?
I'm gonna explain some new rules for next season and tell some things about the calendar during the stream.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
We are here already with 14 drivers, which is quite good, but we still need to wait a couple of minutes before we'll actually start the stream. And I want to thank you guys because we have hit another milestone. We have hit 150 subscribers already. 154, 45. Yeah, that's that one. But already huge thanks to all of you guys for supporting us, and it's a huge milestone for me personally. I think a lot of guys behind the scenes, for Steve, Adam, Michael, and me. So I want to thank you guys for that. And if you have any questions for Steve about next season, you want to know, just ask him. He's the man who knows everything, and we should be good. We're here with a lot of drivers. We're here. Wait, just let me invite someone. I needed to invite someone. Probably you can't see my screen right now, but it's only for a minute. Yeah, we have in the Mercedes the loyal duo Michael and Simon. You ran a TTV iQuicks, the Ferrari season 1 F2 driver. No one in the Red Bull so far. We have Danny Headcamper in the Renault. We have Monster and NRG Destructor. McLaren, we have Collie. In the Racing Point we have Ice-T and Royboy. Royboy got a good tier 1 debut, so he'll be happy with that. Caramel Matias in the Alpha. We have no one in the Toro, so, and we have Benjamin in the Williams because his Renault is already full. Has been taken already by some guy. I don't know who. Never seen him. But yeah. We're just waiting till we're already up, and they're already
sending the last invites at the moment.
So we'll be starting any minute soon.
Drivers.
Yeah, it's good for a practice session. We'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Oh. Let me send the link to the info chat so our drivers can get an easy link to the stream. And we are readying up for the final practice session of season 4. on the Mexican circuit of Hermanos de Rodriguez. I don't know how to pronounce it, but my Mexican is not that good. Yeah.
We're gonna launch in 1 minute.
Yeah. We already ready it up, so the session will be underway in half a minute. 10 seconds. And then we will have start the final practice session of 20. Yeah, 20. Probably the last full season on this game. Still not really clear with the next calendar because the game could be really different. Well, yeah, you know, but it's going to be a real difference between this game and next game. So
let's hope.
Maybe we can do some other games into the off season. So if you have a request like Project Cars 2, GT Sport, we can do some fun races on there, and I'll might stream it or something like that. Stream on a new platform of game type. Telemetry, sure. Detail fitted. So we have all the information available. And we have 45 minutes of cars practicing, so that's good.
Our engine.
And it is a
Force
Alfa
India.
Romeo or Force India. Alfa. And the Renault of I don't know who and I don't know which Alfa. I think it's Garam. Or is it going to be Matthias? It's Matthias in his Alfa Romeo. And he almost spins immediately after coming out of the pit lane. But Steve, explain us what are the plans for next season?
The plans are 16 races.
16, okay.
We are thinking to split it between F1 2019 and 2020.
So half 8 races on this game and 8 on the other game.
That's the plan at the moment. We are fine-tuning the last things, so
yeah, all the details will be explained after last race.
Tuesday we're gonna release everything about season 5.
Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
Everything will be released on the website.
Okay, so make sure to check that one. It's in the biography of our Instagram page, which is the same as the YouTube channel. Our Twitter is Euro_league. Make sure to check that one out for the latest updates. And there also will be the newest news of next season's rules and stuff you want to know.
Yeah, we will explain the calendar, the teams, some new rules. Yeah, it's worth to take a look at it.
With Matthias pushing to the limits and spinning his Alfa by locking up quite badly and doing a nice 360 small donut. Already back on track, but it's ruined probably a set of medium compound tires and his lap. Questions? Nice profile picture, Steve. Ooh, Troy left the session, Ice-T beat. Karam will have a good tow of Benjamin in his car. So are they going to battle a little bit, or is Karam going to overtake Benjamin in the future? Oh, and invalidate his soft compound tire lap. He was trying to do a hot lap, but he just got blocked by the dirty air. Oh, Mike already in the last sector. But these with 124.3. It's a good lap with the 360 in it. But Michael improves and TTV iQuick spins. Only got 1 point in the F2 season so far after 3 rounds. I think he is pretty disappointed. Energy Destructor comes through the final corner, almost spins his Haas. But he keeps it on track. What can he do? What is his time going to be? I think it's invalidated time. Headcamper is starting his outlap. Karam is doing his little battle with Benjamin as Monster sets the second fastest time. Only such small time margin between him and Maiko. On the timesheet, only 0.2 of a second.
ST's back.
Yeah, ST's back as Pierre Gasly is into the. Why are there the bots in it? But probably Monster will get a good tow of the Mercedes of Simon, so his time will improve. Golly sets the fastest time so far, 1:17.7. As Monster closes into the time of Michael, and just in front of him goes Royboy, and Royboy is 0.02 of a second behind Michael. Uran goes 6th fastest, Killer goes 7th, and we'll just spectate the fastest man so far. Oh, he's not on the lap. Tiny Headcamper invalidated his lap. Won't be that happy as Energy Destructor goes into the pit lane already so early into the session. As Correctia is going into the pit lane. Oh, or no, he's setting his lap. What is his time going to be? Sets a purple sector 1, but he's on a soft compound, and that is the softest, and he will probably be one of the fastest so far. He has more grip than everyone through sector 2 and 1 and 3. Danny Headcamper retired from the session, so he probably crashed somewhere. As Korechak gets second fastest sector, and he's been behind Duran all lap long. And he's now getting a bit of a slipstream, and Bjorn might be getting into the way. A lot of guys parked up to the last corner, and they are going side by side through the start-finish straight, as there was Collie standing still. Warboy comes through the final corner. He doesn't improve his time, Maiko did. Into the 1:17s. As Troy's on her outlap already, he's waiting on some cars to pass, or is going to continue. The man who failed to score points the last race, I think, or just got just a little amount of points, as he goes really wide into the end of sector 2, the fast flowing section of the track. As he I'm not that good, it's a bit warm, so I'm a bit tired, but he locks up into the coming into the stadium section, coming through the final corner, taking a lot of curves, and it's now he's starting his lap. Robert Kubica, as he doesn't improve his time. Oh, Royboy got off into the flowing sector 2. Not that good. The Monster is still behind Simon. As Simon is doing a good run on those hard compound, just to show off himself.
Killer 7 spins again for the 3rd time.
For the 3rd time? That's not so good.
in 2 laps.
I think you can't improve that, Steve. Or are you a better spinner?
I'm the spin master.
With a spin master with a world championship. With a championship on your name. But Steve, why did you decide to quit Ferrari after the last race?
I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know, you just thought, they could walk off. I'm going to wait for McLaren next season.
It's in total I did already 10 or 11 seasons.
10 seasons?
So, yeah, long as 10. Before I play X Factor, since I think 2005, 2006.
So you're a real, I wasn't even born in 2005.
Sometimes you get fed up.
Yeah. But do you think you'll come back stronger next season, or?
Not the first half.
Not the first
I
half.
don't like
why
this game.
Do you think that? Yeah, it's not my game either. It's fun to drive, but it's still not my game. I hope they'll make 2020 a bit better with the handling sometimes.
It's frustrating because people with a controller can go faster as guys with a steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's annoying sometimes.
I'm a controller driver myself and I'm not that fast.
Felix use a controller?
Yeah, a lot of guys do. But Felix is quite fast as well. But there are still some faster guys.
Michael, is we fast guy?
Yeah, Tim, Benjamin, Thomas, Karim as well. And Watch Monty is also doing great this season, so far he's a controller driver for himself. But I don't think why controller drivers should be overpowered. Just equalize them so they can go. Yeah, just not make one overpowered. Like in 2018 it was more the wheel was overpowered, now the pad is overpowered. Oh, and there's a spinning Ferrari of TTV iQuicks in the stadium section. As he is lining up for a fast lap, I think letting Gorecha through. I'll just go on board with him. As Troy goes second, fourth fastest, with already 12 minutes gone, 30 minutes gone. So it's going fast and almost TTV iQuicks does a Grosjean by spinning into turn 1, but he quite saved it, so that proves he's a better driver than Romain Grosjean. As Energy Destructor locks up and goes nowhere near the track and lets Duran pass him. And Goretzka is still the fastest so far, but Maiko is doing great on those hard tires so far, but I think he can go a little bit faster. He's driving really consistent, 2/10 off his fastest time.
5/10 faster as Monster on the hards.
Yeah, he is 6/10 faster than his teammate. 5.5, 6/10. Oh, and Royboy gets into the way of literally Monster, who's probably ruining his lap and his front wing. But he gets a purple sector 1. He hasn't even got wing damage, just a glitched car. In front of him from Royboy, who is only 1/100th of a second ahead of him. I think he could improve that anytime soon. Monty is looking great on those hard tires. While he's trailing Simon. He's 400 of 410. Yeah, 400 of his time. Can he make that up in the last sector? I don't think he no, he doesn't even invalidate it by going so cutting the corner there. He is coming, not improving his time. It's your own to him. Is your hand going to improve his time? No. Maybe he's probably just battling with Benjamin here and there. I don't know. Benjamin in the Williams. Is he going to Williams next season? No, he's going to Ferrari with the reigning champion Thomas. As Matthias is lost into the timing sheets, but is now pushing for a new time. What can he do on those medium compound tire Alpha? He is 6 seconds off his time, but he invalidates it. Well, he was 6 seconds up, so he could be potentially be
118.
Yeah, but it's still last sector, so he could improve more.
Or
As
lose
he
more.
Oops. In, stay out, in, just crossing the pit lane. Not what you expect from him to throw it away in the last corner. As Maiko is trying to save ERS, but he's driving really consistent in those 15 minutes, 16 minutes past.
Matthijs,
Yes.
what do you expect from next season? Who's gonna win it?
It's hard to say because you might see some fast guys on this game for now Benjamin and Tim are the best for the last rounds. They are on top of their game since they joined the league, and Thomas has been great all season, but we might see them going for the title in the first part of the season, and we might see some other guys coming good in the last half of the season, because it's half from half, so we might see some guys coming above into the last part of the season on the new game. So I actually don't know, Steve. I think Ferrari have a really strong lineup, Williams have, Brabble has, and Racing Point has a good lineup, but I think the constructors will be between those 4 teams, and yeah. And Steve, what are your goals for next season? What are you hoping to do in the driver's standing?
I'm not sure, to be honest, Matthijs.
Top 10, top 12?
Yeah, top 10 at least. Top 10. I don't have goals at the moment. I can't answer the question, to be honest.
Okay.
But for the season, next season, I think it's between Michael, Tim, of course, Benjamin.
Do you think Maiko's going for the title?
Yeah, because he lead the championship before he broke his hip, so...
Well, he was only leading the championship once this season.
Yeah, but he lead it with 7 points, then
no,
he broke
less.
his hip.
3 or something.
So he lead it, and
Oh, he did it, but most of the time Thomas led the championship, but... I don't know, he could be contender for top 3, but I think Benjamin, Tim...
In my eyes, Michael all rounds is a better driver. Thomas was very good with strategies.
Yeah.
in the second
I don't
half
know,
of the
we
season.
might see a surprise from Williams. I think they might be the outsiders for next season, but
Luke, very fast.
yeah, very fast qualifier, but just having some tough luck, crashing in Italy again, and I think he'll be wanting to step on his game for next season.
I'm sure he can. Same with Felix.
But Felix not really hyped for this game anymore, so he doesn't show up at practice this season, but we might see that change for next season because he wants to get a title. Last time he got a title was in GPRL, good in the back into the good days.
Team very fast and very good in strategies.
Yeah, I think Felix is a strategy master as we saw in Brazil. But I think Constructors, Ferrari going to win it. For me, obviously, as a team boss of Williams, the goal is to win the title. But I think, to be honest, to be fair with you, top 3 we should be happy with 3-4 teams going for it. I think top 3 will be really pleased with. As Matthias is in 4th place, good from the Alpha driver. And I think the driver is who's going to be the underdog. I honestly think it's going to be Luke, and we are going to see the return of Sam Jordan, aka 30 Sam, who's been part of the Williams season for the first 3 rounds this season. Has got a couple of podiums, but still no win. Got once a first place on track, but not off track. And but I think Tim is going to win it next season.
I think it's gonna be close between Tim, Thomas and Michael. It's my top 3.
Tim, Thomas and Michael.
And Benjamin.
Benjamin is going to be second for me. I think there's going to be a lot of newcoming drivers, for example. I think that's the same with a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
For example, I drove a VRL Season 2 and I was one of the good midfield drivers, good into the points. And in Season 3 we saw a lot of new guys and I was out of the points for almost all races. And then you see, yeah, there are a lot of new faster guys. And I think that's going to be a bit of the problem for some of those guys. I think
the midfield guys especially.
In the midfield, yeah, there might some the back of the midfield, for example,
Paul. Paul Ehre.
Yeah, Paul's going to the backfield where he has been for most of the season, hasn't scored points. The only man who is still racing plus Rike. Ooh, Matthias spins in almost the same place as he did before. But I think we're going to have a good season, a really good season next season, and I'm already looking forward to it. And I think me as a team also, it won't be that necessary to get the title because my goal was to get the title once, as with this season. And I think, I don't know, Mercedes could be in there as well, but it really depends if Simon Perstates is going to have some good races, because he hasn't been on top form this season.
He has it, but he needs to push.
I don't know, he might just be the one who's been victim of newcoming drivers. Last season we saw him constantly getting podiums, and now he's narrowly into the top 10 sometimes. So I think that is his struggle, and I think he could be being the one who could, if Michael proceeds really well, he could be the one that maybe ruins Mercedes his title fight if he doesn't prestate good in the first 4 races. In the first 4 races he needs to score 50 points, I think. That's in his contract.
He's able to do it.
I'm sure he can. He just needs to have good 4 opening races. and need to prove himself, but I don't know what will happen when it doesn't. Is Bendo going to get called back from the German team? Is a newcomer coming into the Mercedes squad? Is someone from another team joining them? We don't know. You can only switch once a season as a driver. There's a yellow in sector 1 and 3. It's probably on the main search because of a slow going killer 7. And it's already been solved. Steve.
Yes.
What were your goals before season 3? Or season 4? So, what was your expectation for this season?
The same as season 3. Last year I had 5 podiums or 6.
Yeah.
This year I had 0.
Yeah, it's really sad. I really love to see you back at it again really soon, because I always love you driving on the podium.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
for
now
me this change...
11th in the standings.
I know, but my priorities are somewhere else. I have a baby right now.
Yeah.
I have not time to practice, so it's more a hobby for me. And before I drive in the week maybe 6-7 hours, and now maybe 1. So
Yeah, that's a big difference, but family first.
yeah.
You.
For me, it's more a hobby. It's my moment in the week to enjoy myself, and I still do it.
Yeah, after 4 or 5 seasons, you're still here, driving and well, living and breathing.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, my controller almost ran out of battery. So I'm going to plug in my charger, but 19 minutes have gone past. It's going really
Look,
fast.
the time of my go again.
It's a 1:17.4.
Only 14 slower as Correcta on the softs.
That's really good.
Faster as the guys on the medium, so...
Yeah, I don't know, Gretka, never saw him before. He could be a test driver.
It's his second training.
Oh. When was his first? Yeah. Almost 2/3 of the session gone. So we just have to wait a little bit. But do you have a goal constructors wise to help McLaren coming from where they are now? They're now quite far back. I think they are
last. They're last, I think.
Yeah, they're last with only 5 points. That's not really good.
At least I want to score 30 points again.
30 points.
In the first half, so in the first 8 races, it's my goal at the moment.
So I don't need to do like 4 points every race. So let's say...
Or 1 podium and
yeah, 1 podium and 2 times 3rd place. But if you want to be consistent, you'll need to get a P8 8 times. And you'll have
first we need to build
that.
up a team. There is no team at the moment, so to get there with Mikey.
Yes, your teammate is pretty fast.
But we need to make it a team at the moment.
That's true.
And with buildings as team boss, yeah, we can do something.
Yeah.
Before it was Lorenzo as test driver. But he was making too much TikTok, so...
Oh god, no. As Michael is probably going for a lap, so we'll go on board with the Belgian Season 3 champion. But don't remind me of those TikToks, Steve.
You know,
so
Michael
bad.
is never using a full ERS during his practice laps.
He is now. He's now doing a hot lap, I think. He is 5/10 almost off his lap, so if he can do that, he'll be probably one of the faster guys in the session on the hard. As Benjamin goes first fastest, 1:16.2. That's a really good time on those medium tires, I think. I know you as a driver, Steve, have more knowledge of that than I do. Well, I'm a driver myself, but I don't drive on the wheel. I'll get one anytime soon. There's 5.5 tenths faster in sector 2. Braking for the stadium section, which is a tricky one. And we'll probably see a lot of overtaking moves trying to be done here. Coming through the final corner.
Without AS.
He's going third fastest with a 1:16.8. That's a really monster lap on those 21 lap old hards. 21 laps, so that's good. I think you could be happy with that, ending as medium or hard run. As we have Uran coming through the final corner.
One of the deciders this season was a safety car patch.
Yeah, it really was. I think
because I see some strange strategies of Michael this season, and I cost him a lot of places.
Well, it's probably then just the wrong call from him. Meanwhile, Cameron's going fast, but really fast. He is going to the third place, 1:16.8, just in front of Micah on the medium tires.
Cam has no seat.
Cam has no seat, but I think he'll be soon.
Yeah.
Really soon into the next season. As Benjamin goes fastest in sector 2. Or is that sector 1? I don't know. I think he's going to replace Matthias or Dani at... I think he's going to switch with one of the Renault drivers. I think it's going to be Danny, to be honest. I don't know, haven't seen anything from him this season, and
no, exactly.
I've seen a lot from Joran being one of the best consistent drivers out there, getting some good points for Ferrari in the Italian Grand Prix as Benjamin goes 1:15.8. That's a really strong lap, almost 1 whole second faster than Goretzka, who is on this mediums right now, but I think he set his lap on the soft.
I think Joran will destroy him, to be honest.
Who?
Joran will destroy Danny.
I think he will. He's being on top from the last season, yeah, he's being really good, one of the best midfield drivers you can wish.
You fire him at Williams 2 seasons ago.
1 season ago, well...
Oh, 1 season ago.
Yeah, last season around Austria. Well, it was a tough decision, you know. I once just randomly asked Thomas, yo, you want to join the Williams team for next season? He said, yeah, sure. And then the week of Austria, he asked me, you want to do it already? I said, why not? I felt really upset for Joran. He's a good guy, great driver, great spirit. And it hurt me when I needed to, replace him with Thomas. But I think in the end, him and Sam were really close together at season 3. So it was a tough decision, but Sam has been at Williams since day one at the Hungarian Grand Prix where he got pole immediately. So I think I can't really drop him. But to be honest, afterwards, if you want a good midfield driver, you should definitely get Johan. He's been up to the pace, I think, since he joined the league. His last podium was in Singapore, which was a great race last season. I don't know why we haven't got this on the calendar this year. Steve, explain to me, why don't we have Singapore?
Because we have a system. The team was chosen in races.
I meant last season. Or this season.
This season?
Yeah, we haven't got Singapore.
I don't know. Michael make the calendar, so
oh,
makes the calendar.
Why does a driver make the calendar?
Because we have no system this season. We throw it this time around, and we involve the team bosses, so they choose 10 tracks, and me and Michael choose 6 tracks. And again, Thursday you will see more about it.
I already know I already know the calendar. Not in the right order. I know the track.
I know it, yeah.
Steve.
Yes.
Fuck! I spilled water on my bed. No. Oh my god.
No swearing, Matthias.
I said, oh my god. No. But Steve, I think a lot of guys are curious to know if we're going to use the new tracks from 2020, like the Zandvoort and Hanoi circuit. Can you say if we're going to use them or not?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not saying anything. Please give something away for the viewers.
Zandvoort is on the calendar.
Ooh, and no Hanoi?
No.
No, okay. So we have Zandvoort on the new calendar.
Second part of the season.
The second part of the season, of course. As Benjamin is, I think, on a hot lap. Wait, I'll just immediately going to tweet that on the Twitter account before I will forget it. Because the Twitter page is the up-to-date page. As Benjamin goes flying through sector 1. Let me go Twitter. Make me get a good Twitter tweet. No, that's my Hank Pete account. I don't want to be in that. As Benjamin goes through the final corner, goes with a 1:14.5. Jesus. Let me write a tweet. Breaking. And you get those nice emojis with them. Breaking.
Mercedes is battling with Ferrari.
But I'm just making the tweet. Tweet is out. As we see indeed the Mercedes and one of the Ferraris battling. As there's some oh, Benjamin retired from the session.
What did he do?
it's really hot in here. I'm melting. No jokes. I am melting. 6 minutes to go. Who's going to top the timing? Standings.
Okay, I'm still in 7th. Matthijs, what is your goal as commentator?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Just having
How many
fun.
leagues are you doing at the moment?
2 or 3. This, there 2, and WRS. But that's just for fun and experience. It's more like I do Formulaeuroleague for fun. It was my first ever league. I commentated it, and I think I'll be doing it as long as I can and as long as I will. And it's going to be a long time because I really love doing it. It's a great community, and I joined WRS because the owner asked me. I drove with the owner a couple of leagues with, and he's a good guy, and he said, "Yo man, you're one of my favorite commentators. Do you want to please commentate in my league WRS?" I said, "Sure, why not?" And it's the only reason I picked the offer is to get up experience and to get better in your league, to have better streams for you guys. And I'm having a great guy next to me, Adam. I think we are a great team, and we'll be having lots of fun next season. What's your favorite track? My favorite track is, I think, it's a difficult one. I think Azerbaijan is my favorite track at the moment. I don't know, I really like the track. It's not flowing or anything, but I'm good at it and I like to drive. It's a real challenge to do it, and as we speak there are a lot of guys into the pit lane, as they are probably putting on soft tires to set a good lap on this also a good circuit track. And Steve, what are your expectations for me next season? Because you're kind of my boss, you can say.
That you improve still your level, like you are doing at the moment. No singing, no farting.
I never done the last time I did that is in last season, so I've been improving that.
But I have still nightmares of it, so no, you are really improving well, so.
Well, singing is just my thing. I do that when I'm a bit bored, and I promise I won't do it in the races anymore, but sometimes in those sessions it's quite boring. Why is Mike on the wet? Oh, I thought he was on the wet, but he wasn't. But yeah, sometimes it's boring, and I think fellow commentators will understand me, my struggle.
You and Adam are doing very well, so.
Yeah.
He has a nice podcast, Adam.
Yeah, DNF1 podcast. Make sure to check that one out. It's the same as the name on Instagram, but I think between DNF1 and podcast is an underscore. I don't know, but make sure to check Adam's podcast. He's doing it with a friend, and I am sure he could use all your support. you can give. It's fun to listen to be honest. I'm a regular viewer or listener, how you want to call it, of the podcast, because yeah, for some other reason I really like to hear Adam's voice. It's such a good voice to listen to, and I think a lot of guys have that too, and some guys even said to me I have a good voice to listen to, so I don't know, I don't really think that by myself, but I have a lot of voice cracks. Thank you, Steve. I have a lot of voice cracks, and I remember when Sam was still driving, he always used to send me clips of me having a voice crack after the race, which really a shame to me, but I don't know, I'm a teenager, I really can't do a thing about it, so... Steve, why is Alexia crying?
What?
Why is your daughter crying so hard?
Because she's a baby, Matthijs.
But why?
Because she is hungry.
Then feed her.
In 1 minute.
Yeah. Ooh, as Cameron TTVI waiting for the try is from the session. The flag is out. Everyone is set to set a lap time as Collie is flying in his McLaren. To be honest, I think Collie could be a cockpit driver for... I don't know, I just think he is a cockpit driver as... where is he going to end? He's going to 6th place. As Roy Boy goes to 3rd, but there are some... Oh, great banter from you, Michael. You are on the wet tires. Really big funny. Big funny. Steve, go feed Alexia. I will end the stream. And Michael is setting a blistering lap time on those wet tires. I think he must be having loads of grip coming through those sectors. Doesn't look like it. Why would you even do that? It's so slow. Michael, hurry up, you're not doing anything funny there. Don't do donuts, you're not a champion anymore. No. Hurry up, you're annoying. You're annoying. Hurry up. He's doing a Colin McRae. Coming over the line. And this is the end of the last practice from season 4. Yeah. It's been a good practice session with me getting some free XP. Benjamin topping the time standings. Troy, Joanne, Royboy, Koretska, Monster, Karen, Matthias, Collie, Killer 7, Maiko, Simon, Energy Destructor, Headcamper. Lining up the end of this last practice session this season, and I hope to see you Sunday with me and Adam F2 and F1 streams. And I'm going to say bye bye.